If you're the parent of a child anywhere between the ages of 3 and 10, you already know who G.I. Joe is, and Skeletor, and He-Man, and you may already have a Cabbage Patch Kid living in your house.
This year there's a new kind of toy around. It's called a transformer, a toy that starts out, say, as a spaceship and then turns into a robot, a new part of the old world that captures a child's imagination around Christmas. The Journal's Leslie McKinnon reports.
It's Christmas, and some things never change. The department store Santa is both alluring and frightening. The store itself glitters. Like a vision, beautiful toys glide tantalizingly just out of reach. But these are Cabbage Patch dolls, and they're not for sale, of course. They're just for show. The manufacturer does not have to try to sell Cabbage Patch Kids in the stores. They were sold out everywhere months ago. It's the traditional toys that try harder at Christmas time, such as Lego, the Danish-made plastic building blocks, the descendants of the old Meccano set. These Lego sculptures, occupying 6,000 square feet of a Toronto department store, are worthy of an art exhibit. But you won't find any lavish displays of the new robotic toys, the Transformers or GoBots. Why waste the space? These toys have been on the Christmas shopping list for months, and you'd be lucky now if you could find them at all.
Don't touch my buttons.
Robot toys are the hottest selling toy this Christmas. Even this one at $260 is moving off the shelves. Toy sales will peak at $1 billion in Canada this year. Even so, the number of toys that become bestsellers is actually quite small.
Bestsellers this year, well, the number one I'd have to say would be Cabbage Patch babies, or the kids and the preemies. For another new series that's come in this year is Rainbow Bright. These are two of the characters from this series, and they're also doing very well.
What else?
For boys, there's Masters of the Universe. These are two of the figures. He-Man is the main good guy, and Skeletor is the main bad guy. Transformers and robots. This is a transformer that converts back into a Porsche, I think. Yeah, Porsche.
Can you do that yourself?
I can try. They aren't one of my better. Kids are so much better at doing things like this.
Well, all the kids we talk to want these kinds of toys, these Transformers.
Yeah.
Why?
That's because they're new. They just say, well, they're a new toy. Like every other toy that was put out was pretty neat to them. So, this is just, they may, well, every other toy that was really neat they liked. Well, see, what I like is these actual gadgets that can actually work. But say, like, this cassette button here opens that, which is what I like. I like the buttons that work, not the buttons that don't work.
Robots cost about $15 each. Manipulation of their limbs turns them into something else, a car, a spaceship, an ambulance. They will outsell Cabbage Patch dolls 3 to 1, and as one manufacturer put it, the robots will make coleslaw out of the Cabbage Patch. They're on every child's Christmas list.
A GoBot. A transformer. I want a GoBot. I want a computer.
Probably a new record player.
This Christmas I might get a video game called Zap.
An impossible pair of glasses that could never get foggy.
A dollhouse and a doll dresser that's about this big.
You know, kids get set ideas in their head as to what they want, and of course at Christmas you try and indulge them as much as possible by getting what you know they're going to like. So.
I think because I wanted to see the joy in his face on Christmas Day, to see that he got what he wanted.
What is it?
That's a G.I. Joe helicopter for my son.
That's a war toy. Did that aspect of it bother you at all?
Not really, I think. You know, when I was a kid, I played Cowboys and Indians, and he plays G.I. Joe. It's all fantasy to them anyway, so I don't think he really believes they go around shooting each other like that.
There's a disquieting note this Christmas. Street theater, a protest against war toys, has been added to the scene outside the stores.
We have a full line of war toys. You're never too young to learn about how to kill.
You're too young! Oh, he's too young! He's too young!
Oh, it's a mega ton of fun.
Don't buy my kids any guns. Yeah. Well, I have to take the guns I already gave them away then. Thank you.
Protest organizers admit it may take years for their crusade to have an effect, but point to what may be a small success already.
There was a character in the G.I. Joe series whose name is Major Blood. There still is. Major Blood is a mercenary from Australia, and he was a part-time poet. Here's one of the poems that he's penned. When you're feeling low and woozy, slap a fresh clip in your Uzi. Assume that firing stance and make those suckers jump and dance. Now, they've stopped printing that on the back of the ID cards, although the character is still out there, and in some places you can still find those on the market.
Is that a war toy? It's got weapons. Why is it not a war toy?
Well, it's because I'm not like a war toy, because war toys have guns and stuff, and like, no, actually, I guess it is a war toy. It probably is, yeah. It's a war toy, but...
But that doesn't bother you.
No, it doesn't bother me.
G.I. Joe.
Because you see, G.I. Joe is about the world having war on it. Earth, I mean. Like this guy, this thing is been in space having war. So it doesn't bother me.
Have you been good?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eating all your vegetables?
Yeah.
What would you like for Christmas?
Rainbow.
On Santa's knee, kids have a pretty good idea of what they want, and no hesitation about telling them. It's the parents who feel the pressure.
Right. Johnny, some of her friends. Starlight the horse?
How do you make promises for Santa Claus?
How do you mean?
Well, if a kid wants something, you say Santa will bring it to you, etc., and then you go out and find that you can't buy it.
I promised that I'd get my niece a Cabbage Patch, and now it's getting dangerous to my health because I can't find it. It's getting frustrating.
She doesn't want the fake one. She wants the real Cabbage Patch Kid, you know? So, what else can you do?
Would you pay twice the price for it?
As long as she's going to be happy.
Yeah.
Okay, how much is that?
$22.
Yeah, I'm going to take one. Is that the last one?
So the parents continue the frantic search of the stores right up until Christmas. But the good news is that kids are not nearly as inflexible as everyone thinks.
What I really like for Christmas is there's some really neat robot. It's called the Omobot. These things are like over $100 and stuff like that, so I don't expect to get them any year, but that's why I really like them.
If you don't get what you want, will you be disappointed?
I don't really care.
You don't really care, but you want this stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
But you don't care if you don't get it?
I don't care. I don't care.
I'm not disappointed, but I like it more if I do get them.
Yeah. Yeah. You get what you get. That's what they say.
This is Leslie McKinnon for The Journal.